legs and everything. You need to shake it down.
Yeah.
Turn to page 27 in your song book. Let's all stand up and shake that food down so we can have a good night. Get it, Miss Boy, get it. I'm satisfied with just a cottage below, a little silver and a little gold. But in that city where the rising will shine, I want a woman that's silver. I got a mansion just over the hilltop in that bright land where we'll never grow old. And someday yonder we will never more wander, but walk the streets that are pure as gold. Don't think me poor or deserted or lonely. I'm not discouraged. I'm heaven bound, and I'm just a pilgrim in search of a city. I want a mansion, a heart and a crown. I got a mansion just over the hilltop in that bright land where we'll never grow old. And someday yonder we will never more wander, but walk the streets that are pure as gold.
You know, every once in a while, more times than not, as we sing a song, I'm listening to the words of it, and I think about this song, I've got a mansion in heaven, amen? Now, we all know from some of the messages that we preach, all of our mansions are not going to be just alike. Depending on what we do down here, it's what our mansion looks like up there. So, I want you to close your eyes this afternoon and think, you know, I know exactly what I want my mansion to look like, so we got to go to work down here, amen?
Amen.
We're going to have a word of prayer in just a moment, but first of all, just real quickly, do we have any special prayer requests? Anybody over here prayer requests? Yes, ma'am?
Clyde was in the hospital recently, and then he came back and he's okay, but he's had hiccups for like 2 weeks or more. And then this morning he fell out of his bed trying to get his wheelchair, and I don't know anything else from that. And he said he heard it drop.
Okay, back here?
Pray for Arlinda, and then they get back in here, and then Melissa King, one of our new members, is pretty bad shape right now.
Okay, somebody this there need prayer? Have prayer requests, sir?
Two of my sister-in-law, Carolyn and Alvin.
Okay, yes. Anybody else in this area? Anybody, whether you're a visitor or a member? Anybody over here? Yes, sir, back in the back.
I have two. One is for a dear friend of mine whose wife lost her life.
I saw it. When they ever had a funeral?
We're going to have a
Memorial?
memorial celebration of life, and I don't know when, but I'll let you know. The second one is pray for our president.
Okay, yes,
Amen.
thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Ken Jackson's great nephew, my dear friend's grandson.
How well do you know Ken?
How well?
Yes. He's a
He
great guy. Everything I said about this morning is
I was
true.
surprised to learn that you guys knew each other.
He's a brother of a very
Very good
dear
friend.
friend of ours.
Everything I said about him this morning, he's very fair. I mean, he was in management, but he was my boss, and he would take a risk against company to take a stand for the employee if the employee was right. He was a great guy.
But their month-old baby is in ICU for the third time. Please pray for him. His name is Henry.
Anybody else over here? Okay. And the school year, and your mom. I didn't mean to take that in your mouth, but anybody else? Is that it? Okay. Everybody's doing good? Okay, Brother Leroy Harper, would you ask God to bless our service this afternoon?
Lord, we thank you for this day, especially the years where we failed you. Lord, thank you for your goodness, mercy, and grace, your salvation, your word. Lord, I pray that you be with each request that was mentioned today. Lord, just have your will in it. Comfort, heal, guide, direct in each situation. Lord, I pray that you be with the services today and that you meet with us, Lord, and feel your presence. Lord, just be with everything that's said and everything that's done that will honor and glorify you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you. You may be seated again. Thank you for being our service today. A very special day, our 23rd anniversary. I think we appropriately addressed that this morning. We don't need to do anything like this afternoon. I have a list of names of people here that's going to sing this afternoon. If I leave you out, please let me know now. Sandra Lee, Miss Barbara, Marcella, Peggy, Judy, Leroy, Ron, and we have one special at the very end. Is that everybody? Did I leave anybody out? Okay, that's very good. Okay, well, let's sing, and brother, where'd you go? Let's just sing one congregation song, get them fired up, and then we're going to have Sandra Lee and Barbara come and sing, and following them, Miss Heather's going to come and sing, okay? Just lead us some fasting right quick. Let that dinner lunch go down, okay?
Okay, let's do page 26, at the cross. One, huh? 126. Come on, get that foot going down.
It was there by faith I received my obey his bidding, and faithful be, though only one step ahead I see. We'll talk it over in the by and by. We'll talk it over, my Lord and I. I'll ask the reasons, he'll tell me why. When we talk it over in the by and by, I'll hide my heartache behind a smile and wait for reasons till after a while. And though he tried me, I know I'll find that all my burdens are silver lined. Y'all know the words, come on. We'll talk it over in the by and by. We'll talk it over, my Lord and I. I'll ask the reasons, he'll tell me why. When we talk it over in the by and by. We are going to get you on tape one of these days.
Yeah, right.
There's a city that looks over the valley of death, and its glory has never been told. Where the Lamb is the light in the midst of that night, in that beautiful city of gold. Where the sun never sets, and the leaves never fade, and the righteous forever will shine like the stars in that beautiful city of gold. There will be no more sorrow, pain, sickness, or death, and the saints, they will never grow old. How I long for that city where there never comes a night, in that beautiful city of gold, where the sun never sets, and the leaves never fade, and the righteous forever will shine like the stars in that beautiful city of gold, where the sun never sets, and the leaves never fade, and the righteous forever will shine like the stars in that beautiful city of gold.
We moved Michelle up some because she has to leave, but I'm going to brag on you after a while, so since you're not going to be here while the two of us. Oh, okay, anyway. All right, we're going to have Peggy and Judy come and sing, and then Peggy's going to sing a special, and then after that, we're going to have a congregational song, and then we have a time for testimonies, okay?
While we're walking up here, let me tell Miss Anna that Montana was here playing the guitar this morning, and she had to go home because she works all night. But it was such a testimony, and it all started with you, lady.
Amen.
I'm so glad to hear that. Amen.
No, the other one's broken, she said.
No, it's not.
Well, that's what they just told you. It's not there. here.
Who
He said it didn't.
What did you mess up this morning?
We weren't here, we don't.
Okay, I thought the one that Ken did.
One kid had, there should be two good nights.
Yeah.
Okay, there's not. I knew I could see it if it was there.
Yeah, can't you don't mind, right?
Don't get that car back down the pasture thing.
Oh, now, you know, that's all I can hear from him. I was gonna tell him that's the most I've seen him smile in 5 years, was when he was laughing at the Shayla. Okay. I didn't even, that one works.
You said you'd come and share all my sorrows. You said you'd be there for all my tomorrows. I came so close to sending you away, just like you promised. You came here to stay. I just had to pray. And Jesus said, "Come to the water, stand by my side. I know you are thirsty, you won't be denied." I felt every teardrop when in darkness you cried, and I'm here to remind you that for your sins I died. Jesus, I give you my heart and my soul. I know that without God I'd never be home. Savior, you've opened all the right doors, and I thank you and I praise you for earth's humble shores. Take me, I'm yours, and Jesus.
think I know these by now, but oh well. This is for Lonnie. It's one of his favorite songs. I have journeyed through the long dark night. Out on the open seas, my faith alone, sight unknown, and the enemy's eyes were watching me. The anchor holds, though the ship is tattered. The anchor holds, though the sails are torn. I have fallen on my knees as I face the raging seas. The anchor holds in spite of the storm.
everybody stand, and we're going to close out this afternoon, an unusual special, and I've got some unbelievable news to share with you. Come on down, brother.
All right.
Let's all stand.
Thought maybe you forgot my name. He called me back in the fellowship hall. He said, "Hey, Porky, you want to lead us on?" But how about 204? Everybody wants to be there when a roll is called up yonder.
Amen. Any other testimonies? Yes, sir.
I just want to give God praise and thank you as I look around me at this time of my life at 69 years old, and I see a lot of folks, a lot of different conditions, and I just want to tell God thank you for giving me what He's given me, especially my wife.
Well, how can you and me have the same birthday and I be older than you?
Well, wisdom comes with age, doesn't it?
I don't know.
That makes you quite a bit smarter, brother.
I wouldn't go there. Anybody else got a testimony? Yes, ma'am.
Thank God that Avery is supposed to be able to start school. She's been in the hospital for a week because her immune system bottomed out, and she's out now.
Is her leukemia gone or did it?
She's in remission. She'll still be on chemo for the next year and a half.
How long has she been on chemo?
A year.
How often?
A year in August. In the beginning, it was the very first 8 days in a row, and then it went to once a week.
Is it oral or an import or what?
Both. She does the oral every day, and then she has a port in her chest and one in her head that they do, I think it's once every 3 weeks.
And she's how old?
She's 5. She just turned 5.
What makes you think God? Anybody else? Testimony? Yes, sir. I'm glad you and Janet, y'all took a cruise and y'all just got sick like you. I don't know what you and Betty and Janet did, but George came back doing good. It's that Dr. Pepper, isn't it?
They didn't eat enough, brother.
He gained 10 pounds. He said
Go ahead, brother.
So, I don't know how to testify now, Other than to thank God that, we were safe on the trip. We had safe travels everywhere, great weather, et cetera, so we had enjoyed ourselves. And, yeah, 3 of us came back sick. I think all of us were trying to manage the gallery entry. And George did not come back sick. He seems to not care. He actually made a friend with our waiter, and so our waiter, first off, he couldn't pronounce LRB, so he decided he was going to give him a different name. So he said George in Washington, and George said, "Well, no, I'd rather be known as George Bush." So for the entire week, these were the Bushes. And aside from George ordering 2 entrees each night, the waiter realized he really liked sweets. So the waiter said, "I'm going to surprise you." And every night he put an extra scoop of ice cream in the bowl. So by the end of the cruise, George was presented with a half gallon that he had to eat after the chocolate cake, after the chocolate stuff, for their anniversary, that wasn't even their anniversary, and the baked Alaska, So you wonder why he only gained 10 pounds on the trip. But we thank God for being with us for the entire trip. Amen. Yeah, even though we're a little under the weather, he's taking care of us throughout the week as well.
So was a ship like this coming back with George?
Brother,
the bottom line, did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
That's all it's in there. So you didn't see any whales or any sharks or any porpoises or anything like that, but you saw the buffets, didn't you?
I did, and I just couldn't get my eyes off my wife.
We always knew when George was at the back of the ship because it was like this.
Hey, Ron, how much trim did they have to roll into the airplane to keep it level?
George, we love you. Just let him pick on me.
Anybody else have a testimony?
I do.
Here it comes.
No, I was just going to say that most of y'all know that my sister was diagnosed with small cell lung cancer about 2 weeks before we left on our cruise, and we were so afraid we didn't know if we were going to be able to go or not. But we just turned it over to God, and He worked it out and provided a way for her to be cared for. And then as soon as we got back, she was going to come stay with us. And of course, I was sick, and she's been very reluctant to come and what she calls impose on us anyway. And so anyway, just suffice it to say that I just have just turned it over to God and just said, whatever you want me to do, just strengthen me to do it. And so anyway, God has taken care of that and provided for her. And so she's not going to be coming to stay with us. And I mean, we're still supporting her, and we're still going to see her, and I'm still cooking for them and everything. But anyway, God is just so good, and if you'll just trust in Him and wait for Him to do for you what you need, and it may not be what you think you need, but we did a lot to prepare for her to come be with us, but she's in a comfortable place right now where she's at, and that's where we want is no stress that she doesn't have to have. And to thank you and Margie for the many years that George and I have been members here. We love y'all so much, and y'all have been such a blessing to us and to our family, and thank you so much for going to see my sister, and to Margie for calling her and talking to her and listening to her, and we love and appreciate y'all so much, and and are so proud of our church that's still together. Small, but we're loving and we're strong.
Thank you, thank you. I need to explain something. She put something, okay, I went to see her, and she said, last night we were out, and I said, let's go to Papa Do's to eat, and this is Carolyn talking, let's go to Papa Do's to eat. So she went in there with, what's that girl's name?
Her
Denise?
daughter, Beth.
No, the granddaughter-in-law. Somebody called.
Shrina.
Shereen, they went out to eat, and the waiter came over, she said, man, our plate was $80. And she said, I told him, she said, I had a terminal illness, I'm going to die. And the server said, oh, he started crying, so we went and told the manager came on and said, what's this out here? She said, I'm dying. So he comped the meal. So the next day she put on there how bad she's feeling, da-da-da. Well, then you put on how bad you were feeling. And I thought I was reading hers, and I told you to go to Papa Do's. And you said, I've never been to Papa Do's. Well, I thought I was talking to Carolyn when I said that.
We were in Alaska. We know nothing about that.
I know nothing, but I meant to tell her to go to Papa Do's anyway. I get a big kickback, a big cut on advertising Papa Do's. Anyway, anybody else have a testimony?
Maybe I need to try.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being here today.
Welcome. Thank you for letting me.
You had your hand up. Did you have a testimony?
I'm very blessed to be in a home, this home. From where I came from, I was known as a number. I can't explain it. It's just a big difference to me. I feel the Lord more now than I have ever felt.
Thank you.
And with all of y'all, it's just wonderful. I'm not having any family at all. It just makes a difference to come here and know that there are people that really ask me to let me here.
I promise you will grow on you. You'll love me. You'll even get to where you love me. I want to tell that story. Can I tell that story? Or maybe I better not.
No.
Go ahead and tell it.
Go ahead.
This is hilarious. I went to see her, and I forget now what apartment she lives in, but I have a hard time. I find the apartment complex, I'm looking for an apartment number. So I park my car right here, not knowing her apartment's right here. And so as I get out, I'm thinking, it's brutally hot. I don't want to walk everywhere looking for apartments. So I see these two maintenance guys pull up on a golf cart, and I know that apartment complexes won't let you know where somebody lives. Of course, I was dressed like a preacher. I had my Bermuda shorts on, my flip-flops, my tank top, and I had the bikers thing on my head and my visors and my tattoo of my rope strip. And I saw these two guys on this golf cart, and I said, can you tell me where this apartment is? And looked at me like, we're not supposed to do that. And I guess, so can I tell the story? And so I said, I'm looking for a lady. I don't know her. I don't know her. I've never talked to her. I've never really met her. I'm just looking for her. And they said, oh, right here. So I come around, and they are about 10 foot ahead of me, not knowing they're going to the same apartment I am. They've got these words embedded in their mind. He doesn't know her. She doesn't know him. They knock on the door, and I stand back so they can take care of their business. She opens the door. She looks at him. She says, oh, honey, sweetheart, come on in. Oh, me, you just have to pastor a church for a while. Anyway, the maintenance man came in and kept an eye on me the whole time. Anybody else have a tip? Yes, sir.
I need to say thank you to Lonnie and to Sandra Lee for going and visiting Carolyn. You just wouldn't believe how much that meant to her, and how much she knows a different side of y'all than I do. She was thank y'all for going.
Oh, she had the other two sides. Any other testimonies? Anybody? Yes, sir. Brother, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Good. For you that can't see this today, he has had cancer surgery on a kidney and had a kidney taken out.
Every kidney taken out. And I just want to give testimony to what a great pastor we have and what a great God we have.
Amen.
That He has bestowed upon you what you give to us.
Amen.
All you do.
Amen.
It's a miracle. And I feel comfortable 90% of the time whenever I call him. And because his will be done. And all you have to do is believe. If you're there, it's sure bet.
Amen.
So I want to thank God for you.
Amen. Amen.
And I'll mow your yard again this week.
I was hoping you'd do that.
Yeah, I try to mow David's yard. Well, I try to mow every time I mow mine. Anybody else? Somebody else?
He lives around here, so I'm here. And I'm so proud to be here. You know, I can't imagine all the times I was in the hospital and all the times that I was at home on the sofa. And I look back now and thank God for it. Because I know now what God can bring me through and to. And the element of the unknown on August 14th, 1974, when there was two of us, and that was all that was guaranteed was two of us. Kids were all out and gone, and it was a leap of faith, and I praise God every day for that leap of faith, because here we are 23 years later. We may not be big in number, but we have been, and we can be again. And there's just so many things that run through my mind, and the comedy of errors that took place a couple of weeks ago was just unbelievable. I take my port out that I've had in for 6 years, saying I'm cancer-free. The next Wednesday, that happened on Monday, and on Wednesday they said, oh, we found a lump. We found a mass in your right breast. Hello. You just took my port out, you know. So there's just so many things, but I had all those tests done, and I'm just so happy to report to anybody who doesn't know that I didn't have to have a biopsy, and as far as we know right now, there is not a cancer there.
Amen.
Call to all of us to just keep on keeping on, and if we have the kind of faith that it takes to get us through, then He will bless us. Every day He blesses us more and more with all of you and with life, and the precious great-grandbaby along with my 4 granddaughters and my 2 kids and their mothers. I tag along with them when they go places. But I love them. They're my family. You're my family. And I will tell you this, being with this family that I am with lots more than I'm with my blood relatives is a blessing. I know that I can count on you for prayer. I know I can count on you for caring and for loving me. And I thank God that He sent you my way. And I thank God that He came into my heart to save my soul, takes care of me every day. And I praise His name for all my friends and my relatives and for everybody that's here today. Thank you for being a part of my life.
Amen.
We love you, Marcy.
Oh, for your information, I talked to Dr. Kevin this morning. I had some concern about this lump that they just found. They did a sonogram and said it's not cancerous at all. It's something that's altogether different. And I thought, can they really do that? So I asked Kevin this morning, yeah, they can do that. So Dr. Davis is our final authority around here. Anybody else with a testimony?
Yeah, I need to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Y'all all know, well, most all of y'all know, what I've been through this last year and a half, and God has blessed me, have not been sick like most people with chemo.
Amen.
I still feel okay, feel just like I did before I found out I had this, and he's good. I mean, I hope I should say I have faith that, but I hope He continues to bless me. Because I'm not, I'm like people have said, I'm ready to go home, but I'm not homesick. I kind of like it here. And I love all of y'all. I know we left, and there was reasons for that that don't have anything to do with the church in itself. but I still love all y'all, and I want y'all to know that.
How is your situation? The lung
The
part.
last CT I had, and I've been on chemo now for about 2.5 months. The last CT I had showed no change. Hasn't gotten any more, hasn't gotten any less. But, and I'll be off of chemo until such time as it starts growing again, if the insurance will pay for it, which they may not.
Well, Brother George said this morning that Brother Lonnie would not say no to anything, so if you need some money.
That's right, that's right. I need about $15,000.
Somebody give him mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. Any other prayer, any other testimony? Testimony going once, testimony going twice, testimony going 3 times. All right, Miss Sandra Lee, I think you have a couple of poems you'd like to read.
If you want to cut it short, I don't have to read.
Well, you can do it from memory, whatever you want to do.
I'm going to do it from memory. Y'all know, most of you know that I like poetry, and I have asked if you're going to get rid of any books or anything to pass them on. And Miss Gladys generously gave me several, and I had 3 picked out. I cut it down to 2. But if you don't want to, tell me and I'll stop after 1, okay? Scatter sunshine. Oh, scatter sunshine as you go, and all you say and do. The love and kindness which you show will come right back to you. There is an unseen register where all your deeds are filed. The times you stopped to lend a hand, the times you paused and smiled. The times you spoke a fitting word of joy and comfort too. The times you went the second mile, some gracious deed to do. The times you quietly withstood an enemy's sharp blow. The times you opened wide your heart and let the mercy flow. The way in which you remembered some token small to share. The times you took a moment out to breathe the silent prayer. Like homing pigeon, they'll return to bring you gladness too. These rays of sunshine, warm and bright, will come right back to you. Someone and I were talking the other day, and these little things, when you see a flower, or you see a beautiful cloud, or you see anything, you think, oh, how beautiful. You're praying to God. You don't have to say, get out on your knees. I mean, there's thousands of times during the day that you see things and think how wonderful they are. You're really praising God when you do that, and you're praying to Him. You don't have to make it an actual prayer. He hears your thoughts. He knows what you're feeling. It doesn't even have to be a thought.
Amen.
I planted a garden. I planted a garden within my heart and tended it with care. And now so many happy thoughts I find are blooming there. First there's a row of sunny smiles, and in between a kiss. And in my garden now I find there's love and happiness. A golden sunshine ever bright helps kindly deeds to grow, and special seeds of friendliness are all the kind I sow. The rain is only silver threads, and every smile's a rose that never wilts and never dies, but grows and grows and grows. To keep the garden within my heart, a very special one, I pluck the weeds of hate and scorn and plant a row of fun. A seed of joy and a seed of love, and a kindly thought each day, always enough so that I might have a part I can give away, so that every flower I choose to pick will bloom from the start and make me proud of the things I grow in the garden of my heart.
Amen. Okay, the continuation of our program is going to be in just a moment. We're going to stand and sing a song. Let everybody stand and stretch. And then Brother Leroy will come and sing for us. And Brother Ron's going to come and sing for us. And then I think that we have one closing special. And then I've got some very good news to share with you. So does anybody right now have anything they'd like to say about anything? Cowboys, Rangers, politics? Yes, ma'am.
Nancy, I would like to say, tying into what Sandra said, if you see a beautiful flower or something that's like praise to God, let me just tell you, there is no more beautiful scenery than there is in Alaska. It is awesome. I mean, it's just, you can't describe it, you can take pictures, but until you actually see it, and how can you not think there's a God? When you see his beautiful work all around you, it's just breathtaking.
There's a verse of scripture in the Bible, Psalms almost says that. I haven't been quote, I can tell you. What has been the thought mind for him when you see the handiworks of God? I'm surprised. I heard the other day that thousands and thousands and thousands of people have traveled to where the Key Cups are going to be marching on, and camping out on the bridges and everything. And let me just give you this word of advice, warning. Back when they had Super 8 movie cameras, I had a very expensive Super 8 movie camera, and I thought I was going to get a close up of the sun, so I was smart enough, believe it or not to look at it by pointing my camera where I thought the sun was and zoomed it in, and it destroys the camera. So, don't look at it. I don't think they said last on TV all the glasses were gone. So what you do is you get your big cardboard box like a refrigerator comes in, and cut 2 holes out, put toilet paper rolls in there, and stand down and look at it like that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that unless you use Northern, okay? All right. Connie Mitch was writing that down. Ken Jackson was here this morning. I'm going to tell you something I couldn't believe. He's here. His wife and him have been going to Gateway Church for years and years and years. Now, Gateway has a policy that if you're on full-time paid staff, the church pays half of your house payment. That's just it. I don't care what your house payment is. If you're on, and you can't get on staff then go abandon a home. You got to already have the home. But if you already have your home and they call you to be on staff, part of your salaries, they pay half of your house payment. But it just so happened that his wife was already on staff and they paid half of their house payment. Then they asked him to come in. They paid all their house payment. That's just one of the benefits. And I asked him this morning, I said, how did you get away? He said, as a gift to our church, as a gift from our church, to me and my wife, 17 years without missing. They sent us on sabbatical, paid 1 year. Wow. That is something. That is something. All right. All right, we're going to stand and sing a verse invitation. We're going to come and sing a congregational song. Brother, you'll lead us in another one. And are you ready or you don't ready to do it?
I'll take care of it, brother.
All right. And then Brother Leroy come and sing. And I don't know the other 2 songs you're going to sing, but the first one's one of my favorites. And then Brother Ron's going to come and sing, and then if there's enough time, I'm going to sing. If there's not enough time, we have one of those special.
Amen.
I heard that.
I'm just whipping along through here. See, if this was like top 40, I could just know one off the top of my head, but it ain't, and I don't, so be with me. Let's see. Some of these are pretty cool, and we just did that one, so. There's always a song I run in here, and I was trying to remember the lady's name. It's called, we're not singing this, it's called I'll Be Satisfied. And I was trying to remember the lady's name that sang that in 1955. Was it Faye Adams? Anyway, all right, I'm still looking.
How about just a little talking Jesus?
About what?
Just a little talking Jesus.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, we know the page, you tell the folks.
She said 84.
84. I didn't wear my hearing aids today. Page 84, y'all please stand and shake the food down. Just a little talk with Jesus.
I once was lost in sin, but Jesus took me in, and then the light from heaven filled my soul. It made my heart in love and wrote my name above, and just to talk with Jesus led me home. Have a little talk with Jesus, tell him all about our troubles, hear our faintest cry, he will answer by and by. When you feel a little prayer will turn me,
glad to be here today. And preacher asked me if I was going to sing this song. I sang it last time I was here, I think. Now, I've actually only done it a couple of times, but it's his favorite, I guess, one of his favorites, and so he wanted to hear it today. And it's called I Sing Because. I've sung when I've been happy. I've sung when I've had tears. Some folks even question if it's all been just a show. Well, the reason is I want the world to know I sing because there's an I sing because there is the power that saves. I sing because His grace is real to me. I sing because I am not alone. I sing because someday I'm going home where I shall sing through all eternity. I've sung to those walking through the fiery trial. I've seen saddened faces turned into happy smiles. Sometimes I've even asked, oh Lord, do the same for me. And I can glad He's always given victory. I sing because there's an empty grave. I sing because there is the power that saves. I sing because His grace is real to me. I sing because I am not alone. I sing because someday I'm going home where I shall sing through all eternity. I sing because we are not alone. I sing because someday we're going home where we shall sing through all eternity. Now I don't have to sing so hard. Now this next song is, there's a connection between Brother Jesse and Martin and myself and my wife and church. We used to go to church with them. The first time I heard this song sang was at the church, Crusaders Quartet, Mike Stewart sang the song. Remember Mike Stewart? I'm no tenor, so I have to sing like the Lord. But I'm going to try to sing this song for you today. And somebody came up with this, and it probably was a preacher in a message somewhere, to realize there's only one thing in heaven that was made by man, and that's the scars, the hands of Jesus. My eyes
Have my ears heard what the Father has in store? But when I hear the song of a sweet singing bird, I'm closer than I've been before to that mansion world where the gates of pearl are opened by an angel band, and the only thing there that's been made by men are the stars in the hands of Jesus. Yes, I'm headed for a home built by God alone. Hallelujah, praise the Lord, I am. Where the only thing there that's been made by men are the stars in the hands of Jesus. When I see a mountain covered with snow and it's falling from heaven above, it makes me feel small, hardly nothing at all, just to know that I'll be a part of that heavenly home built by God alone and according to His perfect plan, where the only thing there that's been made by men are the stars in the hands of Jesus. For a home built by God alone. Hallelujah, praise the Lord, I am. Where the only thing there that's been made by man are the stars in the hands of Jesus. Where the only thing there that's been made by man are the stars in my Savior's hand.
Amen.
Thank you. This next song, I know we've heard throughout the day prayer requests and testimonies about people who've gone through things and hard times, and we've all had them, and we've all got through them, and we look forward to getting through the next one. And I heard this song, the periods through this song, and it really touched my heart. And of course, the songs that I've sung that touch me, or I usually don't do them. So, or matter of fact, I don't do them. But they don't touch me. But no matter what you're going through, just remember one thing: the potter knows the clay.
Amen.
fire. It's getting hard to stand the heat, but even harder is the wondering, is God's hand still on me? It's lonely in the flames when you're counting days of pain, but the potter knows the clay, how much pressure it can take, how many times around the wheel build their submission to His will. He's planned a beautiful design, but it'll take some fire and time. It's gonna be okay, 'cause the potter knows the clay. Friend, I just came through that fire not so very long ago, and even now I can't see why, and that my God was in control. But on the hottest days I cried, oh Lord, isn't it about time? But the potter knows the clay, how much pressure it can take, how many times around the wheel till their submission to His will. He's planned a beautiful design, but it'll take some fire and time. It's gonna be okay, 'cause the potter knows the clay. He's planned a beautiful design, but it'll take some fire and time. It's gonna be okay, 'cause the potter, He knows the clay. David, I'm gonna go back to this.
Are you going back that one?
You know, throughout the day, we've heard people talk about sickness and illness and things that they've been through. And, you know, we haven't talked much about heartache. We haven't talked much about addiction. You know, we haven't talked about all the things that we tend to face in life. But no matter what we face, there's always a Lily.
Amen.
Right.
All alone and broken hearted, trying to calm the raging battle in my mind. In search of many answers, my troubled soul just could not seem to find. I saw a flower blooming where there was no rain or sunshine. I didn't know that flower would change
rest of my life. I found the lily in my valley. I found strength when I was worn. I found a place to leave my burden. I found refuge from the storm, a place where I can trade my dark sky, the beaming rays of sunshine. I found a lily in my valley, and he blooms all the time. If you're down and broken hearted, you just can't seem to find peace of mind. You're searching for your answers, your problems are getting worse all the time. Just reach your hands to Jesus, he'll take you in and break ties that bind. He'll be your lily in your valley, you can watch him bloom all the time. He'll be your lily in your valley. He'll be strength when you are worn. He'll be a place to leave your burden. He'll give you refuge from the storm, a place where you can trade your dark sky, beaming rays of sunshine. He'll be your lily in your valley, and he'll bloom. I found the lily in my valley. I found strength when I was worn. I found a place to lay my burden. He gave me refuge from the storm, a place where I can trade my dark sky, beaming rays of sunshine. I found the lily in my valley, and he blooms all the time. Yes, he's the lily in my valley, and he blooms all the time. It's hard when you've been struggling with throat, sinus, congestion, etc. all week. I want to cap off my portion with a song that's kind of become one of my favorites. As a Christian, we got one place we're looking for,
Amen.
and that's home.
Amen.
Somewhere beyond the grave, there's a land where Jesus went to prepare by his For the sake by grace, there is a resting place. And in a few more days, it's going to be mine. Some call it heaven, I call it home. Well, some call it dreaming. Well, let me dream on. Some call it paradise, somewhere beyond the sky. Some call it heaven, but I call it home. Someone said you can't go back home again. Things will not ever be as good as they've been. Oh, but I've got good news for you. When heaven comes into view, one glimpse and you'll know the best is yet to come. Some call it heaven, I call it home. Some call it dreaming. Well, let me dream on. And you know, some call it paradise, somewhere beyond the sky. Some call it heaven, but how about you? Somewhere beyond the sky, some call it heaven, but I call it home.
You want to stand and say a prayer if somebody's singing?
Yeah. Okay, let's all turn to page 54. Let's please rise. And we're going to fly away. Brother Ron was talking about home. We're going to fly there. Some glad morning when the sun is all around, fly away to on God's electric shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory. I'll fly away in the morning when I die. Hallelujah, my God. I'll fly away.
our church to do behind the scenes things that it's not brought out, you don't see them doing it. And I'm going to recognize some people today because you do some things that has to be done that nobody knows about. And these are people behind the scenes that get the job done. If I call your name, I want you to come to the front. Ron and Jana, George and Betty, Sandra Lee, Michelle would be here. Shauna would be here if she was here. Brother George will be again. Who?
Barbara Green.
Yeah, Barbara Green. Come on down. Okay, let me tell you what I'm talking about. We'll go from there. We have some people that do some things that don't know about, that people don't know about that needs to be done. First of all, I want to recognize the people that clean our church, take turns cleaning our church. George and Betty does it a week. Ron and Jenna does it a week. Who else? Margie? Michelle does it 1 week. Oh, come on down, Robert and Patty. Come on down. Come on down. Come on down.
Does Robert have?
Oh, I saw Robert dusting the furniture.
I saw him.
Because I saw Patty sitting right here watching him. No, I'm just kidding. All right, Patty and Robert take a week cleaning. George and Betty takes a week cleaning. Ron and Jenna takes a week cleaning. Michelle takes a week cleaning. Who else? Sandra Lee takes a week cleaning.
Ramona's in the other room.
Okay, who? And Ramona takes a week cleaning. Am I missing anybody else that cleans the church? Okay, thank you folks very much. Also, I want to thank Brother George because Brother George comes down here on Thursdays and helps me mow and weed eat and clean up the church property best we know how. And it gets hot out there and it gets messy and don't try to work with him. He'll work you there. But thank you so much for helping with the yard. Thank you, Sandra Lee. What do you do? No, thanks, Sandra Lee. She stays as soon as you go eat on Sunday. She's back in fellowship hall. Put the books up for next Sunday for song books. And also, when something goes on in the church, everybody needs to know about this out on Facebook. I immediately let her know so she can pass it on to you by text messaging, so that everybody's aware of that. Okay, and then I want to recognize the people that goes and gets Miss Williams. We have the first month. Help me. Who keeps her? I have it the first. Marcy and I have it the first week.
I have it the second.
You have it the
but
second.
Shayla has it the third, and Barbara has it the fourth.
And Barbara, come on down, Barbara, Miss Barbara. So it's me and Marcy the first week,
And
you the
Miss
second
Barbara
week,
Green
Michelle the
back
third week. Who?
And I'll be bringing her any day I'm here.
Okay, and come on down, Miss Barbara, come on down, Miss. Okay, so this is that everybody? That's everybody that helps with picking up this week. Okay, and am I leaving that behind the scenes job, anybody? Okay, I want to thank Brother Robert also for helping out in the sound booth, Brother Ron for helping out in the sound booth, and Brother David, there you are, come on down, brother. For helping out in the sound booth, and I got a feeling with knowing what David's been through, he'd be a lot more comfortable anywhere than where he is today. Okay, oh, come on down.
Marty, you couldn't be in every day. You need to sit up here.
Gladys, come on down.
Gladys is right here.
Hey, Gladys, come on down. We have to set the trash out every, Tuesday morning? Come on down.
She's putting her shoes on.
Well, you have to put your shoes on. Okay, we have to set the trash out every Tuesday morning before 8 o'clock, every Friday morning before 8 o'clock. And when I keep making, she does, and she's good about picking up all the debris off the front of the church and everything. Who else am I?
I have to say something about you.
Well, just a minute. Who else has a behind-the-scenes job?
Gladys was my lifesaver yesterday. I got here. I needed to put some things down in the White House. I opened the door and was hit by the most horrible smell I've ever smelled in my whole entire life. Come to find out what happened is that a hole came into the
The ice maker.
The tube to the ice maker, and it had flooded the kitchen, and it had been doing this. And I tried to find the water to turn off. I couldn't find it. I called Gladys real quick, and I said, Gladys, do you have one of those things that turn the water off? And we did have to search for
the meter.
But she was here, Johnny, on the spot, and turned it off for me, and I could not have made through the day because it was already, I didn't go to bed till 1:30 this morning anyway. but she was a lifesaver yesterday and several times over the last few weeks. Bless her heart, she's gonna move.
There's a penalty for living close to the church.
Bless her heart, she's probably gonna move because I call her all the time. But there's just so many things. He was talking about behind the scenes. Unless I brought that up today, you would never know how much time. And she not only turned the water off, she repaired it and turned it back on again. Awesome.
Okay, so we have people that clean the church, we have people that help mow, we have people that help mow the yard, we have people that help take out the trash, people in the sound system, and also Miss Barbara helps with the books behind the scene, right? Okay, people that work behind the scene that does something. If I missed anybody anywhere.
Oh, it's her.
Yes, she pulls weeds, she pulls, and I've had a lot of people drive by and say it looks good, very good. And Brother Brinkley was here this morning, 84 years old, and he does not have a riding lawnmower. He pushes self-propelled mower and bags the grass. Wow. And we're not going to let him know that Jordan and I have a riding lawnmower. But it takes about. We start about 7 o'clock and we usually finish about 11:30 or when the Dr. Pepper runs out, one or the other. Now, listen, anybody that wants to take a turn picking up Miss Williams, just let us know.
No, sorry, it's mine as long as I make it here that day.
Okay.
Sorry, everybody, sorry.
Okay. If anybody wants to help in the yard, we have a yard party every Thursday morning at 7 o'clock. And see, if you start right now, you've got about 3 or 4 weeks to do it. If anybody wants to clean the church, sign up for it. Now, am I leaving anybody out?
Yes. I praise God that we have people that volunteer to do the children's church.
Yes. Shauna
and
Amy
Ashton,
Davis.
Amy, Jana, Connie cooks breakfast and does it. I want to give her a lot more relief because she's not getting to come to church very much, and I hate that. I hate that because, you know, she works so hard, and yet she needs to be here too and fellowship with all of us and do. And Ramona for the nursery, I couldn't be in here right now if that baby was in here too. So I appreciate her for all of her help and all the work that she does too. And there's just, for you out there, thank you for being our prayer warriors.
Amen.
Because let me tell you something, in regards to what we get done, if we didn't have people praying, we would have nothing. And all of this today with the cooking and the cleaning and all that, it takes the whole church to make it done. So I just appreciate it so much. Y'all are such a good help to me.
We desperately need people to church because I hate to ask these people that just same ones over and over and over. So am I leaving out anybody? Silent workers anywhere. Thank you all very much.
I'd like to add, whenever the church needs the carpets cleaned again, I have the carpet cleaner. And it's as easy to use as anything else. It won't cost us anything. It just takes manpower to do it. I've done it once, and I thought we'd have to do it again here in the future.
All right.
Just keep that in mind. Whenever we do need an area cleaned or something, call me up. I've got it.
Thank you, Nate.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna take just a second. We called everybody up here, Pastor called everybody up here, but he forgot 2 people. He forgot Margie, he forgot himself.
Amen.
And from all of us, I want to say thank you for all y'all do. I know that there's hours and hours and hours that you guys spend that come to see us, take care of us, watch over us, and we just want to take a second to say thank you.
Amen.
Where'd she go?
Who?
Associate pastor.
She's right there. She's at her station. If she's not asleep.
While she's checking to see if our last special is going to stay or not, I have some unbelievable God-sent news to give you. It's absolutely wonderful. Margie came in this morning while you were eating, and she said, I need to talk to you about something. Well, usually that's always bad. She said, you better sit down. And I think only 4 people know about this, right? We had a visitor this morning. She's awake. We had a visitor this morning give our church $5,000.
Amen.
God is still blessing us. Brother, you going to sing for us? Come out here, we're back to see you.
Let's march up here. Okay, ready?
I've seen such a sight in your life as
What's
Okay,
it?
come on over here now. All right. This little, here we go. Do you need to be looking at me? Okay. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, 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 shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Come here. Let it shine. Put it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine. Put it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Here we go, here we go, here we go. I won't let Satan down. I'm gonna let it shine. I won't let Satan. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. We're working on. Look at Mara. Look at Mara. Here I have little eyes to see the word of God. I have little ears to hear the word of God. Look, give me that. And I have a little heart to give him love. Praise to him. Praise to him. Praise to him. Up, above. You think that can't learn? She is 13 months old. Yeah, and that ain't nothing. And she already knows. Show them praying. Show them praying. If I can get her away from Teletubbies long enough, we pray. Okay. Yay! Somebody don't know how to tie your belt. Yay! Good job, Mara. Okay. Now, for all of you that don't know this, you can have bows that are straight. Yay, Mara! See, I like coming to church.
Yes, sir.
I like it. Ain't no strangers here. You want to see that? Yeah. Okay.
This time next year, she's gonna be the leader of our whole cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Well, all the kids down.
She's tired.
Okay, thank you for the show. Yes, next year.
I got it. Sandra, it's time for her nap too. I see that.
I want to thank Debbie and Leroy for driving in from Greenville to be with us today.
She wants you to clap some more for her. She's an entertainer, you can tell.
I want to see a curtsy next Sunday.
Okay, well, we'll work on that this week.
Can I have the floor back now? I want to thank Debbie Leroy for driving in from Greenville to be with us today. You folks that cooked food, brought food. I know Margie cooked about 1 o'clock this morning. She told me she got out of sleep. And I do know that she did a lot of work on today. And a lot of you people did too. Thank you for being here, and thank you for spending the afternoon with us. We're finished, unless somebody's got something I've left out anywhere. No service tonight. And next Sunday, well, actually, we're getting a 2-week start, late start, because we had some people thought they were on a cruise. So we put off for 2 weeks so they go go on a cruise and come back. But really, our anniversary is actually the second Sunday in August, and looking forward to a great year. Looking forward to a great year. So thank you very much. This time will be dismissed in prayer, okay? Heavenly Father, we thank you for today. We thank you, dear God, for each one that prepared food. Thank you, dear God, for each one that worked behind the scenes. Thank you, dear God, for our church. Thank you, dear God, how you blessed it. Now, dear God, we don't want to look at past history. We want to look forward to the future. We want to see you add to our church, but you only add it. We'll do our part. I pray, dear God, we'll go out in the highways and hedges and compel people to come in. I pray, dear God, in this next year, going toward our 24th year, that we'll see souls saved and baptized, families added to our church. And dear God, you said upon this rock I will build my church. Dear God, there's two definitions to build. One is numerically, and one is to build the saints to be stronger Christians in the Lord. Dear God, thank you again for our people. Thank you for the privilege and honor that's ours to pastor these people. Thank you, dear God, for those that stay here and just keep working throughout the weeks, months, and years, praying for us, supporting us financially. And dear God, everything you've done to put this church together. Dear God, now we pray that you bless each family, bless those that couldn't be here today because of whatever reason. Give us a safe journey home, and bring us back next Sunday. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.